What's up? It's Maya. This whole podcast I'm going to be recording in my car, mostly because I think better in my car. So, I don't think it's going to be chopped up. So, I actually had to redo this intro, mostly because my intro sounded so terrible because my phone was hooked up to the Bluetooth. Like, it sounded like I recorded this whole off of motherfucking Android. Not down in the Android users, but goddamn, that whole sound like a whole surveillance video. So I had to redo this, but it's Maya. I'm back. I'm back with another episode of Black Girl Sesh. Today we're going to be talking about dating in Gen Z, because this is the worst generation to dating, and basically relationship advice. So basically, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, because I'm sitting in my car, I'm looking outside because it's real pretty. Like, sitting in my car and looking in my neighborhood is real pretty because in Cedar Hill it's like this little, I don't know what these things, I think they're radio towers, but they like flash and they're real tall, but like sorry, Cedar Hill is not far, but it's kind of far from my house. So it's kind of like, wow, I can still see, and it looks like I can just go down the street to them houses, but I really can't. So basically, I'm sitting here thinking, listening to music, and like, I need some water. Like, I'm sorry. I need some water. Like, it's something in my throat. I don't got no water, and I don't feel like going inside the house right now because I got somewhere to go. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, and I'm just like, okay, you really know what you want to talk about, so why don't you talk about it? So yeah, I want to talk about relationships. So back to what I was saying, like, in a time I was thinking like I was maybe in love or this was really something. And I know it was times where I know I fucked up certain relationships. Like, I know it was me. But it was like, I won't say that, though. But I know it was me. Like, I understand, like, you should know your values and whatnot. And you should know, like, the moral. Like, you should have your own moral code. Like, me taking ethics and philosophy. Basically, ethics and philosophy, basically, they mirror each other. Like, they're the same thing. And I really be paying attention to that. And it was just like, basically, a person should always have some type of moral code for their self. Basically, a standard. So if you don't have any type of standards for yourself, it's like you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. You can say you have a standard. You can think you have a standard. But it's like when you get with a certain person, is like, what? Like, huh? Like, did I just really pick this person, or wait, huh? Or whoa, like, it's just stuff like that. It's like, is this really my standard? Is this really what I'm getting myself into? I feel like I want this, but it's like I'm really getting this. So it's just like, what are you doing? So it's just like, at a certain point in time, I had to realize, like, my standards have to come off of me getting to know a person. For me, I can say and know what I want in a person, but I really don't know what I want. I have to really sit and get to know a person. And when I get to know people, I know what I want, like what I want to be around, what I like, what I don't like, what I you feel me? Like, what I'm fucking with and what I'm not fucking with, basically, you know? So it's just like, I gotta stop saying, like, that's just something I gotta stop doing. Like, see, there I go. That's just really something I gotta stop doing. But if I want to be a successful podcaster, I have to stop doing it. But you really have to get to know a person, making sure that this person is really somebody you really want to be with. Because it gets to a point, like, I'm pretty sure people been in relationships with me and was like, girl, I do not like this bitch. Like, what did I just get myself into type shit? Like, what? Like, this girl crazy, or what? Like, this girl too nonchalant. And it's just like, I'm trying to make this girl love me. And it's just like, what is she doing? Like, or it's me being in a relationship, like, this boy just do too much. Like, he's just annoying as hell. Like, why am I even with him? So it's just like, I'm pretty sure everybody's been in a relationship where it's like that, where it's like, why am I with them? Like, what is my point of being with them? You know? Like, are you really my type? Or is you know, I'm a little digmatized, or I'm a little, you know, punanimatized, you know, where I just, like, the sex is just so good I want to stay. Or even though we argue, he buy me stuff. Or even though he beat my ass, that nigga put $5,000 in my account afterwards. Like, it's just stuff like that. It's just like, are you, like, is this really your standards? Or are you just settling? Like, do you really know if you like these type of people, or are you just settling? And that also comes from, like, family stuff and what you see in your environment, your upcoming. But that's later on. Like, I want to get into all that. Like, there I go. I want to get into all of that. But we gonna see. Also, I want to talk about, like, moving too fast. Like, why a lot of us move too fast when it comes to relationships. Like, we have sex too fast. We talk for a couple of days, now we're in a relationship. We talk for a couple of months, and now I'm meeting your parents. It's just stuff like that, and it's just like, whoa. Like, it's just, I understand, like, certain signs, like Capricorns, they really feel like they don't have any time. Like, they really feel old as hell. Like, I'm a Capricorn moon. Like, I feel like I don't have time, but I'm also a Libra. So it's like, I know I have time. So it's like, I have to stay balanced. It's like, I know I don't have time, but I know I have time. So it's like, my medium is, I'm good. Like, I can go. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to explain. If you're a Libra, you'll understand. Like, if you're somebody that's trying to be balanced, you'll understand. But moving too fast is in regards where you're just trying to find love, or you just feel like this person is just really somebody. But this person really don't be nobody. Sometimes a person really do be somebody. Sometimes it's rare. I'm not saying it's rare. Twin flames, that's like love at first sight to me. Or like, wow, like, if you know what a twin flame is, do you truly know what, like, moving too fast is? Like, y'all connection is just like, boom, something like that. I have a twin flame, but me and my twin flame do not talk no more. Like, I don't want to get into that. Or why me and my twin flame do not talk no more. But a couple of people know why me and my twin flame do not talk no more. I think that nigga hate me. I think that nigga do not want nothing to do with me. But I mean, that's like him. I would not want a relationship with him. But he's like my best friend. He was like wow, like, this is really my friend. Like, I ain't never had a nigga besides my brother really be my friend. Like, that's how I was feeling towards him. But you know how, like, friends and stuff, you know how, like, you and your friend really vibe, and it's just like, ooh, like, do I like him, or are we just really friends? Like, it's just stuff like that. But off of it, I'm gonna just get onto that later, because that's a whole nother podcast segment, whatever you want to call it, YouTube channel, because I'm finna start one. I'm just letting y'all know that. But anyways, that's a whole nother whatever. But it's just like, when you move too fast, most people, when they move too fast, it be sex. People do not know. If you do not plan to have, like, if you think you got a connection, y'all fuck, but you really ain't sure, and you really don't know what that girl really on, or what that boy is really on, then it's just like y'all just having sex to have sex. And it's just like, y'all don't really know, like, sex really ain't, like, y'all really merging energy, swapping that shit. Like, That's not good. Like, that's how you create soul ties. You know that one bitch or that one nigga you just can't leave alone? You just can't stop talking and thinking about that nigga, and it's just like, damn, me and this nigga or me and this bitch ain't talked in so long. And they just keep popping up on my fucking head. Every time I get on fucking Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they just the first person on my TL. It's just like, what the hell? But it's because y'all got some type of soul tie. Or it's just like that toxic ass relationship you just can't leave alone. That shit, soul tie. It's just like you can't move too fast. It's like me going back to what I was saying first. Getting to know a person. I can say all this because if you're really my friend, I'm going to say a handful of people. The people that's in my close friends, they really know the relationships I've been through. Like, my close friends on Instagram. Like, but my friends that I'm in a group chat with or what I talk to, like, not on a daily basis, but, like, day-to-day basis. I think that's the same thing. But, you know, every other day or something like that. They really know the type of relationships I've been through. So it's like I can really sit here and tell you certain stuff because at the same time, I'm telling you this stuff and I could still be going through this shit. But I'm also, when I'm telling you, I'm self-reflecting. So now I'm knowing like, damn, I'm really doing this shit, bitch. Chill out. You feel me? Like, you know how you tell people stuff and you just be like, damn, I'm doing this too. So let me chill out too. But fuck, take my advice because I'm being dumb and I don't want you to look like me. I don't want you to do what the fuck I'm doing. You feel me? I gotta stop cussing, but that's just something I gotta stop doing because I cuss a lot. I have a bad mouth with that. But it's just like I can just tell you this stuff. So it's like in regards to going back to getting to know a person, you really gotta sit here and get to know a person. Give it, I mean, shit, we grown. So I would say get to know that man or that girl or that woman for at least a month or something. Make sure y'all clean. Make sure it ain't no side babies, no side boos inside niggas, inside bitches. You feel me? Vice versa. Because it don't matter. Like, make sure your nigga don't have a nigga. Make sure your bitch don't have a bitch. Switch and swap. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, it's just, you gotta get to know that person. Make sure that nigga is not abusive. Y'all getting a little, because you know if a relationship is really not gonna, like, it could last. Some relationships could, but, like, you really know if a relationship is not gonna last when y'all, like, motherfucking days and weeks and y'all already arguing. And it's like, nigga, what is your sign? Because I forgot the first day. I didn't even ask you what the fuck your fucking birth time was, so my bad. So, what is your birth time? What is your sign? Like, because I don't even think we're compatible. So, I'm going to have to scrap this right here. But that also, in regards, moves on to, like, attachments and getting used to a person. When you think you in love, that really don't be love. That just really be an attachment. We already figured this out because we done seen that quote so many fucking years about, I'm gonna say, I done seen that quote since I was on Tumblr. And I got on Tumblr when I was 13. I'm 20. So that's a long ass time. That's about 7 years I done seen that hoe. It's probably been out longer than that. I'm pretty sure. I just ain't been on the internet until I was on 5th grade. I probably didn't see that hoe in 5th grade. But that hoe been out for a long time. So we already know this. Since we already know this, why are we still getting attached to people? Why do we keep thinking we're in love when in reality we're just attached? It's lust. Lust, you can get lust from having, like, material things, getting material things, money, sex, all that. Hell, you can't even, like, I done been in the, I'm finna sound real vain right now. But this is my podcast, and I'm going to be extremely open. You feel me? So, I've been in relationships where I just like the attention he was giving me. What am I? You already know my sign. I'm a Libra. So, so, so that's kind of vain. And then it kind of backlashed on me because it was like, I just liked how he was boosting me. I didn't really like him. I liked the attention. Mostly because I felt like I was my looks were getting better. Okay? And I used to get bullied a lot for my looks. So I felt like my looks are getting better. If I tell you what it was, you'll probably think like, damn, bitch. I know who you talking about, but it wasn't recent. Okay? You feel me? So it was just like, in regards to me, that was like a form of lust to me. Like, I was lusting over them. Like, I just liked it because he just made me feel so pretty. And that just sounds so terrible. But now I done self-reflected over this. So it's just like, I don't look for that. I can't do that no more. Like, now I try to make everybody feel better because it's like, damn, you can't be doing that because I was seeking the attention that I wanted from other people back when I was younger, and I found it in that nigga, and he was giving me all that. But everything else, poo, trash. So, so it was just like, yeah. So when I let him go, I didn't really care. Like, I was like, it was just love. Like, when I let him go, I didn't really care. So it's just like, damn, you sound like a cold-hearted ass bitch. I'm not no cold-hearted ass bitch. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Like, I don't think I would ever guess what I'm talking about. So it doesn't even really matter. But I'm not cold-hearted. It was just at the time I was just being cold-hearted. Like, people made me feel so ugly. So, but now I didn't, like, that karma done came back around. That karma done really came back around. Like, if I, like, one day I'm going to tell y'all, maybe I should write a book. One day I'm going to tell y'all what that karma was. But that hoe whooped my ass bad. That hoe, it was karma back to back. That relationship whooped my ass. Literally. But anyway, in regards to relationship, honestly, I just came back to my podcast because I really ended this. So this might be edited in between my podcast. It's real unprofessional, but it's just like I have thoughts like this where I have to get them out when I know it correlates with my podcast. But anyways, this is only going to be real quick. But this is like a YouTube. I'm making this like a YouTube. Let me stop. But it's just like, I take relationships also in regards to like the Summer Walker and London on the Track relationship. It's like, it's similar to Lil Baby and Jada relationship, like, but difference is Lil Baby actually tried to change. Lil Baby actually changed. London on the Track, he got little man syndrome, obviously, because he looks short as hell. And it just seems like that nigga he just ain't trying to change. Like, some people, like, I noticed, like, some niggas have kids when they feeling down and out, and they feel like that's just one thing that's gonna bring them a whole time. That's not gonna bring you up. Because once that nigga got money, obviously he stopped taking care of his fucking kids. I mean, I'm not even gonna get on London the Track ass because Summer should have known, and she's actually saying that she knew better than to do that shit. But like I said in the podcast, when you go through certain things, you feel me? Later in the podcast, because you gonna hear that. When you go through certain things, it's just like, y'all have a certain conversation. I'm in the car again. Y'all have a certain conversation where you know what the fuck going on, but people is looking inside. Like, y'all looking from the outside in. So nobody really knows what goes on in your relationship, like I had said. So when you sit here and then you come out of nowhere and then you just have all these things that you're saying, and everybody's like, well, I told you so. It's just like, well, bitch, I already knew this. But it's like, I'm trying to see, maybe I could change this person. That's basically what she was trying to do. Because I said before, I ain't even told you. Because I said before, because it's multiple of y'all that's listening to this. Like I said before, sometimes you can change a person, sometimes you can't. It's just all of the fact of the matter is that you put your all into that hoe and you didn't lose yourself. So when you come into a relationship and you see that nigga is low-key a deadbeat, I understood what she was trying to do. Like, some people, they get into relationships where they want to heal and fix people that they're with. That's common. I'm that type of person. I want to heal and fix anybody that I'm with, because if I'm doing good and you by my side, I'm going to need for you to be good and not dragging me down. You feel me? So when I'm over here is trying to fix everything and you're not cooperating, you're making it harder, and the people that I'm trying to fix shit with you, as in regards to Summer Walker in London and his baby mamas, you have to realize that it comes to a point where you can't do that no more and you lose yourself. But when it gets to that point where you lose yourself, that's when you get the bad end of the stick. Like she said. And she got the bad end of the stick. And that always happens when you try to go out to when you do your best to try to fix everything for somebody and make sure everything is good. And you always get the short end of the stick. But like I said, later on through my podcast, like I said, when that karma hits your ass, I promise the next thing after this karma is going to be the biggest blessing of your life. I'm pretty sure Summer Walker's baby is going to be the biggest blessing of her life. She just doesn't notice it right now, because she probably does notice it, honestly. But I know she's grieving out of the fact that she's probably beating herself up for the decision she made. But I understood where she's coming from. Why I understood where she was coming from? Because out of the fact that I've been in a situation where I felt like I can save and fix somebody when I couldn't. That person has to want to do that shit themselves. It's never you feel like you can, but you have to realize, like, you can't sometimes. Like, you really can't, because you really gonna fuck yourself in the end. And I really wish she didn't get pregnant and in that situation, because her career was taking off. Her career can still take off, but it's probably gonna be a little bit harder also, because I know her career is already hard as it is, because people bash her so much because she's so open-minded, and that people don't understand what the fuck she be talking about sometimes and how she says it. But with that being said, back to what I was saying, you can't lose yourself in a relationship. You can't go and save everybody. But also you can't judge people for doing certain things in a relationship, because they only show you a small percentage of the relationship. They don't show you everything. Y'all might be there when whoop-de-whoop and whoop-de-whoop arguing, but do you be there when they be real cool and chilling? No. So it's like you can't really, you'll hear this later on, you can't really sit here and talk shit about nobody in regards to their relationship. But I'm saying all this to say, don't lose yourself. Make sure that if you're trying to save this person, you really know what you're getting yourself into. If you're really trying to save this person, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Don't go off the limb. And don't stress yourself and stretch yourself too far. Stressing yourself is the number one killer. Because stress puts strain on your heart. And when you're stressing yourself, but the person is also breaking your heart at the same time, that's the quickest way to die, in my opinion. But back to my podcast, because, yeah. But I'm done with that. Y'all want to know who I'm talking about, because if you think you know who I'm talking about, you don't know. But anyways, and with attachments, my bad, I'm stuttering. With attachments, it's hard for you to also, like, get over them, let them go. And I had told my homegirl, because she had put something on her story, and she was like, it said something about, like, I can't let that nigga go or something. It said, I hate missing somebody that did me wrong. Like, dog, am I slow? And I had slid up and I was like, no. I was like, that's just really an attachment. And she was like, I'm fucking with it. And I said, bitch, it's just like your dog. When that motherfucker run away, you be sad. Used to it being there. Eventually you'll get used to it. This the shit I be talking about. Like, I mean, you can love your dog. You can have some type of emotional attachment. Some people do cry over their dogs. I think it was just me. Maybe I used the wrong like example. But for me, like, I was attached. Like, I was sad, but I knew I was attached to my dog, because when he went away, like, I was used to him being there. So, like, when I walked through the door, he wasn't there. I was like, dang, I'm sad. But eventually it went away, because I got used to him not being there. Eventually you have to get used to people not being there, because if you just sit and dwell on that person not being in your life no more and not being there, then it's just, what are you doing? That person being moved from your life could have opened up doors, or it could have been your karmic relationship. But a karmic relationship always has a win in the end, because you always get something better at the end. Karma is just another form of saying I have a blessing coming. You know? So when that person leaves or you separate yourself from that person, just know something better will come. It might not be right now. Might not be when you want it. But when it comes, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be good. It's going to be everything you fucking imagine. Like, I be having to tell myself this. This is why I don't usually dwell on... I try not to dwell on stuff anymore. Like, I haven't really dwelled on stuff in a long time. Like, because dwelling is something that leads to depression. And falling into depression really... I mean, like, personal stuff, I'm kind of dwelling in it. But, like, relationship-wise, right now, I'm not really dwelling in it, because if I know, it's going to eat me alive. So it's best if I don't dwell in it. So I always tell myself, think positive. Tell yourself, whatever is coming, you might go through a little fumbles in between time, trying to find the right one or trying to find the right thing. It's just, it is what it is, but just know when you get it, it's going to be good. And that can go in regards to anything: life, relationships, a career. Like, I can get into so much off of just one thing. Attachments can be so much. Like, I could just go deep into that, but I don't feel like it, for one. For two, I just feel like certain stuff should just be separate things. Like, I could talk about it, like, within this podcast, but I'd rather, like, talk about it with, like, some friends and stuff, because I want to hear their opinions, which I'm about to start doing. But I just feel like I just wanted to get on here and talk about relationships and how they're just not working out in this generation, off the simple facts, because we be moving too fast. we don't get to know anybody really the right way. We don't really attempt. If we think we're attempting to find the right one, it don't really be the right one. You feel like it's the right one. They really don't be the right ones sometimes. And sometimes your people really tell you they don't be the right ones. But you don't be listening because it's like, oh, no, I love them. Sometimes you prove people wrong, but sometimes you can't. And most of the times, you really don't be finding the right one. And sometimes, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to throw that out there because some people might not agree with me and some people might agree with me. But sometimes the right one do be fumbling the bag with you sometimes. Sometimes. Like Jada and Lil Baby. I could use that as an example. I can use that as an example because I mean he did fumble the bag at one point, I'm assuming. So, and what he said. But I know when you deep in a relationship, you and that nigga have a deep talk. Like, that's why sometimes I don't agree with the females that be on Twitter and be like, that's my nigga and that's always gonna be my nigga. So if you fuck with him, just know he always gonna fuck with me. Like, it's like you been through a phase where you know you didn't have somebody where you know it's like that. Like, you know you got somebody where you know it's like that. If I really wanted this nigga, or if I really wanted this bitch, I could really sit here and take them from you. Don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. But it's just like, so it's like, you know, you and him then had a deep conversation. You know what it is when y'all together. You know what it is. So I can't really sit here and judge females. Like, I try not to. But I know I cannot really sit here and judge females that go back to the same nigga. Or judge a bitch, like, or a nigga that go back to the same bitch. Like, I can't really judge nobody because, I mean, you never know what them and that person went through, or you never know what the conversation y'all had to make y'all solid like that. But at the same time, you can't keep holding on to that because fuck history. But I also stand by. So that's why I'm like, I'm a Libra. Like, it's just 50-50 for me. Like, fuck history. Like, one side I'm like, but we got history. But in the same time, it's like, fuck history, nigga. You toxic as hell. Or, bitch, you toxic as hell. I don't want to be with you. Like, what is... It's just, you have to pick a side. So that's why when older people, or when you ask somebody something and then it's just like, what the fuck? And then somebody tell you, like, what the fuck is going on? And then somebody tell you, what works for them might not work for you. And what works for you might not work for them. And I be trying to tell people this. As in, like, you can't really sit here and judge nobody. Some people are strong-willed, but some people are not strong-willed. Some people do give in and some people don't give in. Some people don't give in, but eventually do give in. So you can't really sit here and judge those that go back. But at the same time, you also got to understand, it gets to a point. It really do get to a point. It gets to a point where you just have to realize, like, damn, I really keep putting myself through this. Like, what are you doing? Like, what am I doing? And then, like, sometimes you lose yourself. When you get to losing yourself in a relationship, that's when you know it's all bad. That's when you know it's getting bad, bro. When you feel like you're self-evolved into a relationship, that's when you know it's getting bad. It can come to a point where the relationship is, like, I mean, the relationship can be so good, but you're too involved. Like, you can never be too involved in a relationship, but it's when a point where you're too involved, where it's like you're shutting off the world and it's just you and him. I mean, sometimes it's good to have that, but when it comes to a point where you ain't fucking with nobody and nobody is fucking with you, that's when you know you have to leave that shit. Also, when you know your skin getting bad, your hair falling out, and your coochie is drying up, or you just having erectile dysfunction problems with your girl, you might have to skip the loo. You might have to go back to the streets. Chill out for a second. Maybe chill. Fuck with other people, or don't fuck with other people. Because, I mean, some people want to fuck with other people. Some people don't want to fuck with other people. So, do what you do. And then if you feel like you want to come back, go back. If you feel like, oh, no, I like it out here, stay in the streets. Either you're going to be Sierra or you're going to be motherfucking Lori Harvey. And I don't know what I want to be right now, but I know that I'm not having fun in the streets, but I'm definitely walking up and down the streets just chilling, you know. Now I'm not even in the streets. I'm in the front yard smoking, looking at everybody in the street, thinking if I want to take my step or just stay in the front yard. That's how I'm feeling, because the house right there. But I'm not going to get into that. But how you feel? If you just feel like that's for you, go back to it. If you don't feel like it's for you, don't go back to it. That's how I feel as in regards to relationships. Like, just make sure you pick the right person. You get to know them. You do not lose yourself. Just don't lose yourself. Don't lose your true insight on what you want to do. Like, don't do that. If your passion is this and they take you off track, tell them. Either try to tell them. If they take you really off track, you have to separate yourself. I mean, you don't have to, but it comes to a point where you need to. If you really feel like you're going off track. Just don't lose yourself in regards to relationship. If y'all break up or y'all take a break or y'all need space, don't lose yourself in that either. Keep doing you. Because it's going to come a time where they doing them. And you sitting there sad. And at the end of the day, if you just want a successful relationship, just make sure you know them. Get to know them. Find the difference between the attachment and getting used to a person. Make sure it's actual love. And it's just not lust. No bullshit. Like I said, attachments. And make sure you don't move too fast. And love yourself, bro. I keep saying this. Love yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Like I said. And loving yourself is back to my story when I said I dated a person because I didn't love myself. And he was giving me the attention and making me feel like I was actually beautiful because I didn't love myself. Because he loved me. And he loved how I looked. But I didn't love how I looked. So love yourself. Don't hurt yourself in a relationship trying to love somebody, getting them to love you. Don't lose yourself. Just stay cool, calm, collected, stay yourself, and make sure your true insight is make sure that this relationship is good, but also your dreams and your aspirations. And that's all I want to say, because I didn't talk my whole little high off. I didn't smoke, and now I started talking, but I'm off this hoe. Bye.